Thank you very much. It's my privilege to be here tonight. And I was told I only had 30 seconds, so I'm going to be much faster and let the recipient for Beacon Place give you many of the details. But whatever I was planning to say, and it's my privilege to say, I have to admit to all of you that the young woman who took time from her prom to come here changed what I wanted to tell you about Beacon Place, because Beacon Place is all about reaching out to the at-risk children in the community of Waukegan and North Chicago, which really is only a few miles from where many of us live. And what she said about what a difference it made in her life to know that there are a group of people, a group of these strong, energetic, determined, dedicated women who believe in her. That's what Beacon Place is about every day. We have a place on a corner, on a block that is run down, that is deteriorated, that is everything at risk, everything she wrote about in her essay about the failing system. And we are trying to stand there to reach out and give a hand up, not a hand out, to these at-risk children who have to live in that system, that failed system, every day of their lives. And we have witnessed, all of us who have spent time there and been there and given our hearts to it, and the recipient who's going to speak is the best example of this energy and this dedication and this enthusiasm, that just standing there and telling these children, we care about you, we believe in you, we believe you can end up in a better place. And that's what Beacon Place represents. And it's my privilege to introduce Barb LaFausto, who exemplifies all that enthusiasm and energy and dedication.
Thank you, Fran, for that wonderful introduction. I don't know if I can live up to all that energy, but I'll see what I can do for you. Thank you also to the 100 women making a difference for this wonderful evening. The food so far has been delicious, and we are really, most importantly, thankful to you for the donation that you're going to make to our cause. The Beacon Place, which is an acronym for Bridging Education and Community Outreach Needs, really is only less than a year old. We started with an idea back in September. And as we were driving here today, I saw one of those trucks that I see here in Chicago, those white trucks that have two men and a truck as kind of their logo. Well, if we were to think about how Beacon Place got started, our logo would be 6 gals, a guy, and a pitcher of Blue Moon beer. Because that's really where the idea of Beacon Place came from. But let me tell you a little bit about who we are and what we are before we tell you where we're going to use the money. So anyway, all of our founding members started working together several years ago at a food pantry in Waukegan. And over the years, we took a very small food pantry and really grew it into a rather large community, including a number of programs that help the community folks in our organization. We just got to the point where we started growing, and we realized that we were really constrained by the bureaucracy and some of the limitations of belonging to a larger organization. And we realized also that we wanted to be more transformative. We wanted to make sure that we were helping the people in the community to help themselves and to allow them to realize their potential instead of just giving them another bag of food. So no kidding, one night, over a couple pitchers of Blue Moon, we really started thinking about what we thought we could do, and the Beacon Place was formed. And our mission is pretty simple. We're dedicated to the advancement of the underserved and the underprivileged in our society by offering food, technology, and training to children and families who are in need in the Waukegan community so that they then can increase their engagement and contribute to society. As Fran said, our motto is a hand up, not a handout. And so each of our programs will have a give back component so that each and every child, teen, and adult who comes through our program feels engaged and invested in our programs. They're simple, but we feel they're very powerful in changing the lives of the families that we serve. I'll give you an example of some of those programs that we have. The first one, which is very near and dear to my heart, and I'm the program director for the Summer Lunch Punch and the Backpack program, which we're putting together. It allows us to feed hundreds of children each week and provide them with backpacks of food that they can take home over the weekend. We believe that you can't learn if you're hungry, so that's our first priority and our first goal. Many of the children that we will feed this summer are on government assisted lunch programs throughout the school year. But the children that we serve, as well as over 3 million children throughout the United States, do not receive any of these any lunches during the summer. So what they receive during the school year, they do not go through the summer. So for us, it's very difficult when we see these kids putting food in their pockets or hiding them in the bushes because they know that they won't have any food if they don't come to see us. So we, in addition to the summer lunch program that we provide, we started giving them backpacks of food as well, so that they could feel free to come and just be a kid, eat their lunch and come and play, and take backpacks of food with them back for the weekend, so they'd have food over the weekend. In addition to the food in the backpacks, we offer them a summer camp activity where they can come again and just be kids, where they can play games and they can color and do arts and crafts and play sports and just have fun, and for a minute really forget about all their cares and worries. It's amazing to see their smiling faces at the end of the day, knowing that we, for a small moment, help them forget their cares and their worries. And they've given just as much back to us as we've given to them. As they get very attached and attracted, and as they give you pictures that they've drawn or arts and crafts that they've made, or want to come show you that they can now shoot a basket they couldn't do before. It's very exciting. The second program I want to talk about is our Beacon Green Garden program, which is a youth garden that was established to engage children in a summer program that educates them on nutrition, gardening, food preparation, and self-sustaining food opportunities. The 20 children in this program acquire skill to grow their own produce while they're learning about nutrition and responsibility. They start with seeds, and they're so excited and so proud when their tomatoes and their zucchini and their onions come up. And they want us each to taste what they have. And even if you don't like green peppers, believe me, you will eat a green pepper when they come to show you what they've grown. This year we'll also be partnering with a local grade school to continue working with these students throughout the school year with their science programs that they have in their normal science classes. The last program I want to talk about is our Beacon Technology program, which is our newest program and one that we believe will be the most transformative to the children and families in the communities that we serve. We know that as a society, the digital divide phenomenon continues to grow. Many of us take computers and the use of technology for granted. We have access to the internet. Our iPhones are with us all the time on a daily basis, sometimes hourly basis, whether we want them to be or not. But however, in our communities, the communities that we serve, that isn't the case. Many of the families that we serve do not have access to computers, which means that students can't keep up with their basic school needs, and that families and adults can't develop job readiness skills and or vocational skills that are necessary for employment. You can't even apply for a job these days if you don't have a computer. And starting in 2014, the GED will be online only. So without a computer, these people will be left behind. Beacon Tech will continue to provide computer training to students and young adults, and when they're through with the training, we will partner with them by providing them computers for their home. We will also work with the families to give them the skill sets they need to find employment in today's workplace. We also recently purchased a house, as Fran talked about, right across the street from the grade school where most of our students go to school. The house that we affectionately call Big Blue is a 3-story Victorian home that was built in 1901. It will require quite a bit of work, but this will be our home moving forward and will be the site for the Beacon Technology training programs. Which leads me right back to the 100 Women grant that we are so fortunate to receive tonight. We'll be using the grant money to set up our new technology training center where both students and adults can come to learn more about computers and how to use them for education and employment. A portion of the center will also be dedicated as a technology lab where teens and adults can learn to assemble, repair, and refurbish old computers that will then be donated to families participating in the tech training program for their own home use. So it will be full circle, and it is a give back that we'll keep giving. We'll use the grant to renovate our center, including rewiring for the computer stations, purchasing the necessary supplies for the training and refurbishment, and installing a security system in our house to protect your investment in our technology programs. On behalf of Beacon Place and the community we serve, thank you for this very generous grant. We are most grateful, and I assure you that through this grant, we will be making a difference to many children, teens, and adults as we help minimize the digital divide that exists in our community. So to the 100 Women Making a Difference, the North Shore chapter, we thank you for helping us bridge this technology gap and for allowing us to be a beacon to each of these families. Thank you and God bless.